everybody, this is Sulonda and welcome to my channel. I get amazing men like yourself, big wins at home and in the workplace using communication tips, tricks, and hacks. And I would absolutely love if you subscribe to my channel so that I can give you first dibs on when I share juicy information about how to bring more peace into your life and for you to get what you want. Today's topic, I'm going to give you 3 keys to understanding women's emotions. Yes, I'm going to help you navigate that whole bundle of energy and frustration at times. I'm going to help you break through all of that. And we're going to do it by understanding her from an emotional, biological, and physiological viewpoint. Oh, and I'm going to tell you about a man who actually got fed up and left his wife because she was overly emotional. 50% of women say that they have felt misunderstood and unheard in their relationships with male partners and husbands. They have terminated the relationship, lost interest, and that has made men feel like they were misunderstood and not heard because they didn't get what they wanted. So I want to tell you what makes women tick. Who are they? Why do they do what they do? Even though at sometimes it can seem very confusing. I mentioned earlier that men and women are both biological, physiological, and hormonally designed. Well, there's a difference, and I'm going to focus on the hormonal aspect for today's topic. Women usually like to communicate. That's why they like to talk. Now, I'm not saying all women do this, but if you have someone who likes to talk, she wants to know what your day was like, she wants all the details. Oxytocin is this hormone that makes women feel like they're closer to you. They have a stronger connection. That's why you see them with girlfriends and they're talking and they're connecting, they're laughing. She wants to do the same with you. She just doesn't know that you're not designed the same way. So please don't hold this against her. She is not trying to purposely torture you. She's actually trying to communicate with you, to connect with you better. But she doesn't get that your main focus is just to fix a problem. You're not interested in all the details. And what she wants to do at the end of the day or in the middle of the day or whatever part of the day, all the information that she's gathered and has been thinking about, she wants to release and share. Women love to please. They love to make sure that you are taken care of. That's why maybe when she's cooked, she's watching your face to see how you react to the food, and she asks you if it was good or if it needs a little bit more of this or it needs a little bit more of that. She wants to make you happy. And I know you want to make her happy too. You want to fix all of her problems. But here's the thing. The two of you connect differently. Some same aspects, but you connect differently when it comes to communication. But there are big misbeliefs that men and women just cannot communicate at all, and that is not true. I've helped couples learn how to communicate. They're speaking different languages. Okay, yes, Venus and Mars thing. However, you two are on the same planet, living in the same house, or sharing your lives together. How can you learn each other's language so that you can communicate and you each get your needs met, and most importantly, there's peace? This is important. So remember, women are designed to communicate. The second key to understanding women's emotions is to understand you don't have to control anything. You don't have to understand why she's done what she's done on a level that then you have to react to it. Yes, it's important to have some understanding why she's in that space, that emotion, or that mood. More importantly, you don't have to try to fix it. At that very moment when she feels uneasy, sad, depressed, unhappy, anything that makes you feel like now you are not calm and at peace, you want to go in and you want to fix it right away. I want to support you not to do that. You do not own her emotions, nor are you responsible for them. I know that that's going against all of what you are and what you stand for as a man. In order for you to feel like you're doing something, helping her, and being appreciated, I want you to just take a step back before you react. You don't have to advise, fix, control. You don't have to do any of those things to help her. Sometimes she just needs to be in that space to go through the emotion. So it's kind of like taking a time out. But even though you don't like what it feels like, give her that space to take a time out. This is probably the biggest challenge you're going to have in terms of you managing your emotions with her because you can't try to fix it. There are some things that you just are not able to fix. And I'm sorry about that because I know you really do. But the biggest piece I want you to start practicing right now, though, your homework right now, is to just learn how to take that step back, breathe, and be present with her while she's going through an emotion. The third key for understanding women's emotions is actually about how and why women become so overly emotional. And I told you that I wanted to share a story of a man who actually left his wife because she was over the top with it. But first, I want to say something. Not all women are overly emotional. This whole thing about women expressing any type of emotion, because I hear it from men sometimes where they'll say, well, she's just too emotional because she shows a little bit of passion or even sadness or excitement. Please stop this. I would appreciate it if you did. I want you to understand really where that comes from. And a woman can experience her emotions from a huge range. Like she has space in here to practice and expand her emotions because that's how she's designed. Just because you don't have the capacity to do this, well, some men don't, not all. I have seen some men have a big range of emotions too, but I just want to talk specifically to those who believe that women are overly emotional. Now, okay, I do think that this is a thing. And I think that being overly emotional is a thing because women haven't learned to manage their own emotions so that they can stay present in the moment and get the resolution that they're looking for. Like they want that thing solved just as much as you do. But because their emotions are designed a little differently than yours, they deal with it differently. It comes out differently. So here's the thing. I'm going to use Ava and Travis for a couple that I worked with like 15 years ago. And Travis had learned about women through magazines, mostly entertainment, the movies, his uncles who were all players. He learned that pretty much women could not control themselves. I even heard him say that women shouldn't go out to bars and clubs by themselves or with their girlfriends because they're so influenceable that a man could just walk up to her and say, hey, baby, I like how you look. And then take her home. That's ridiculous. That's how ridiculous this was. And I'm not saying that men don't have a certain influence over women, and I'll talk about that another time. For now, though, it's important to know that women, when they're overly emotional, there's something that is firing up inside of them, something that hasn't been resolved, something that has happened a long time ago, and it's left an imprint or a behavior to where they're going to react every single time they have that experience. Women are overly emotional for different times of the month with their cycles. That can happen as well. Women are overly emotional, especially when they're not getting their needs met, period. If you want to fix their problems, I want to support you to understand what tools, other than the ones you've been using, and you might have some good ones, but some tools that you can use to help her step outside of her own comfort zone and to come back. And then you fix the problem and she's happy and then everything is at peace. That's what we want to do. Travis left his wife because he didn't understand her emotions. It could have been prevented if he would have been patient and understood and learned some tools to help her manage her emotions better. See, here's the thing about relationships that I think people forget. It is just not about taking from each other. It's about giving and receiving. At that time, between Ava and Travis, if he could have found a way to be patient and to understand why she reacted the way that she did, their relationship probably would have lasted longer than it had because they were great together. They were complementary. They loved the same things, the same foods. They even thought the same. But because he thought that she was overly emotional, uncontrollable, he did not want to continue the relationship. He had this idea that women are supposed to just be quiet and that women are just supposed to agree all the time and really not have a voice. Guys, learn who women are. Learn that emotions is really the reason why you invested in her in the first place. Because she offered a balance, more than likely. I could be wrong. This doesn't apply for everyone. She could have offered a balance for your emotions and how you are in the world. So don't forget about that. You love the sweetness about her. You love the playfulness about her. You love the adventure. You love those little things that she did. You love the playfulness. You love the intelligence. You love how she reacted to you emotionally. You just didn't get the full range when you first started dating. And now that you've made an investment in her and a commitment, it's time to learn the full range and know that she doesn't have to be overly emotional, because she can learn tools too, and you can learn how to help her manage through that. Okay, I want to talk to you about why you should not treat your woman as a hairless man. I hear it all the time from men. Why can't she just be like one of the guys? It'd be so cool if she could just be relaxed. She's not demanding. She's not asking for a bunch of stuff. Why can't she just chill? Okay, well, in the beginning of the video, I talked about who she was from a hormonal perspective. That's part of it. And the other part is that she has her own ideas of what a relationship is to her. And she may not have always shared this with you on your dates in the beginning, but they were still part of who she is. And now you're getting to know those things. They're being revealed to you. She is not a hairless man. So what do you do with that? You learn who she is. You learn what makes you compatible. You learn how to complement each other for who you are. Many men make this mistake, and it's also cost them some really good women in their lives. You know, that one that got away because he wasn't able to just shift a little bit in his understanding about who women are, and to shift a little bit in understanding who he was. It's about also seeing if you can move past your comfort zone a little bit. It's not going to break you. It's not going to take away who you are in the world or your identity. Okay, there you go. Now you have a better understanding of who women are and how to navigate their emotions. So you don't have to take all of this personally. It isn't that I want you to just jump in and then overnight know how to use these tools and then your relationship change. You have to want to work through understanding her and yourself to have more peace and for her to be happy. Hold the space for her. I'll be holding the space for you and your attention to help your relationship be the best it can be. So it's not just about giving her what she wants. You also get to win in a relationship as well. You get to do the things that you love doing, like giving her her favorite flowers, or maybe taking her out to her favorite meal, or preparing her favorite meal. Do you even do those things? Have you ever done those things? When's the last time you've done those things? But I want you to feel good in your relationship too. I know that if you're watching this video, you yourself, you're a trainer, you're a teacher, you are a leader, you are a lifetime learner. You love figuring things out for yourself. So if you think this information could be used by someone else, please don't hesitate to share it. I want to support the work you're doing in your relationship, your work, and your overall life. If what I've said does not resonate with you, it's okay. If there's some pieces that you can take away and use, please do. Sometimes things don't click until other things are said or put into place.